Man, be careful what you
No. I've reached that point where I would bring in an openly cancerous player because I'm just bored. Think about this. Who's going to want Kyrie? Nobody who's got a good franchise. Are the Pistons a good franchise? No, they are not. Does anyone watch them? No, they do not. They make hockey look relevant. So now we sit here and go, all right.
I'm assuming the Lakers?
No. Bad assumption.
Bet you it's the Lakers.
They don't have the juice. I could trade Bogdanovich. I could trade Jaden Ivey. I'll bring in Kyrie. We'll burn some sage. We'll get crazy.
I'm thinking the Nets are pretty much saying we'll take a half-eaten sandwich.
Fine. My point I'm making is we start a Friday. People, I want to communicate to you. Look, it flies in the face of everything I believe. It really does. But the Pistons are at a point, it's like if a tree falls in the woods and no one's around to hear it, does it make a sound? What do we have to lose? They're terrible. They're going to be terrible. And barring them winning the lottery to get Victor Wembanyama, they will continue to be terrible. So you know what? This is me waving the white flag. This is me just saying F it.
Let me just stop you.
No.
They're young and bad. Bringing Kyrie here is an awful idea.
It's RFR. It's ultimate radio joy.
I think in the end, you'll end up hating yourself.
I know.
I'll play this back to you. You'll be like, I know. Mistakes were made.
I'm admitting it's a terrible idea.
No.
I just want out. Think about
because you
this.
have such a young team, no.
But think about this. What direction do they have? You say they have a young team. Do they? What pieces do they have that are actually cornerstone? Actually guys that you're building around?
I think you got Cade.
1.
I think you have Ivy.
2.
And I think you have Jalen Durant.
2.5. 2.5.
He's just really young.
Fine.
But
2.5. My point to you, Ricardo, we don't have a coach. We don't know if the GM's for real. We're reading reports. They're turning down unprotected first-round picks for Bogdanovich. F it. Come on, man. Let's pitch in on a party.
David, I say no. You don't.
No. I don't want Kyrie here, Mike.
I don't either.
Oh, come on, man.
I mean, while we're at it, why not just trade? Let's get Deshaun Watson here for the Lions.
I'm down.
Let's just get everybody here.
Oh,
Let's just have a party.
Costa would do it.
Let's just do it. Let's get it going.
No, hold on. The Lions are a team poised to make deep playoff runs. Lions are good. I wouldn't mess that up. What the hell are the Pistons? Is Kyrie still a top 25 player in this league?
If Cade were playing and they were this bad, I would agree with you. There's nothing there.
Uh-oh. Evan Jenkins sauntering in.
With no Cade Cunningham, who was the star of this team, you knew it was going to be bad.
Oh, no.
It's like when Devin Booker. He's not playing for the Suns. Suns are bad.
Evans also brought his phone into the studio.
And Cade Cunningham's not Devin Booker, so just saying that.
What's up?
I did a trade machine. I made it complete.
Let's go.
It's done.
Run it. Give him some trade music. Let me hear it. Evan has brought Kyrie to Motown. You know what? We can give him a tour to Motown Museum.
Yeah. Give me a little Motown. All right. I don't know what's playing, but so
nothing's playing because David has.
Give me a hum. Hum me something, man.
Why?
Aren't you a singer? Give me a little weekend creeping on the back end.
Could you sing a Christian, like very religious version of Round Ball Rock?
I have no idea.
Give me the basketball. I wish I was like
this.
Rozelle and I could beatbox and do this at the same time.
Hit me with the trade machine.
Well, your Detroit Pistons would get Mr. Kyrie Irving 1 year. I mean, it's an expiring deal. They would trade Bogey.
Yep.
Mr. Ivy.
Yep.
And Nerlens Noel to get that money.
I'm not trading Ivy.
Done.
Are you nuts?
Done. We'll start. Done.
Are you?
I'll create a ton of cap space. We're good. We're out.
I'm getting my jersey
You got
now.
a ton of cap space. You got a ton of picks.
I'm gonna get
you need
more
players.
We don't have any of those.
You have one in Ivy who actually wants to be here.
Yeah, does it? Well, then learn to hit a shot.
Yeah, he's a rookie, Mike. Give him time. Not everybody comes out and is player of the year.
I'm frustrated. All right, Evan, hold on. On surface, we all know it's ridiculous. We understand Kyrie's a wacko. You understand I've referred to him as penis cancer. I don't like him. I don't even want him. But I'm so bored with the Pistons. I'm so tired of it. I do. I want a morbid reason to watch.
Well, I mean, we do a podcast. Let me give a shameless plug. Restore the Floor with one Michael Stone. I don't know what I'm watching for anymore. I watch every game, but I don't know where the improvement is still
There
coming.
is none.
Like, the only thing that I watch for is that Duran is committed to being within 5 feet of the basket at all times.
What does it hurt? A one-year acquisition.
I just have to stop and ask myself a question. How many more draft picks are we trusting? It seems kind of like the draft with Killian, Sadiq, and Stewart. There's a bunch of role guys.
No, they're all gone. That's it. I said this. This summer is Troy Weaver's summer. So part of the reason I bring this up was, A, I wanted to have a little fun on a Friday, but B, this is it for Troy Weaver. This summer, the draft and off season, and whatever that product looks like next fall, that's it. I'm done after that. If this product doesn't look markedly better in the fall, then the rebuild didn't work. And you want to argue and go, well, they take time. Great. Cleveland, it worked. Sacramento, it worked. Oklahoma City, it worked. They are tangibly better.
See, I think a lot of it comes from you don't have a coach. So you have no shepherd.
That's Troy Weaver's fault.
You have no shepherd to lead these young sheep. I'm sorry. I'm okay. The second you said Ivy, no.
But mention those teams you mentioned again. I want to give you a common denominator.
Cleveland.
They were willing to move on from their picks that they had, right?
Yes.
Laurie McCarkin, they got him, right?
Markkanen.
And he's over in Utah. But you make those moves to acquire. What's the other team you mentioned?
Oklahoma City.
Yep.
Sacramento.
Sacramento went and moved who?
Halliburton.
Yes.
I'm just making a point. Rico, if you bring the guy in and he's an expiring, what the hell's the problem? What do we care? I don't want bogey here.
I'm saying I'm fine with all of that. I'm just no on Ivy.
Okay. That's his untouchable, which is fine.
I'm not mad. Notice I'm not yelling at Rico Beard.
Those three guys, you can get rid of the rest of the team, especially for 1 year.
Do you want to know how dead? Here, let me tell you how dead it is in this town. Hey, Pistons, here's a reminder of what your audience thinks of you. They can't even be bothered to dial 7 numbers to talk about acquiring one of the top 25 guys in the league because you are that irrelevant. That's what you've done to this fan base. You have killed your fan base. You've killed them. You don't exist. You're like Darkman. You're not real.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. It's a comic book movie.
I remember
look
it,
at
though.
you, man.
I remember that movie.
Wow.
Listen, I'm making a point to you.
Sam Raimi.
Doesn't this tell you everything you need to know?
Yeah, we're not being serious about going out and getting Kyrie, but a shakeup is going to have to happen.
I am. I'm done. I would trade for farm animals at this point. I don't even care.
Right, but at this point, I think Kyrie's headed out west to the
No,
Lakers.
I mean, he's going to go somewhere.
He could burn some sage. He could party with gores. I mean, this would be huge.
Well, he's going to want to go to a contender, right? And how
What
many contenders?
contender?
Well, that's what I was going to say.
What contender would want him?
I don't know. He's still a damn good basketball player.
And you bring him here to revive his career. Chauncey was broken down and people gave up on him.
Oh.
Rip Hamilton, people gave up on.
I'm not.
Rashid,
Yeah.
Wallace.
You had me.
Rashid
and now,
was a problem child in Portland.
And he was so bad with the Hawks, they couldn't stand him after
Right.
one game.
Get him out of here. He's a lunatic. And they all came to the city of Detroit to reclaim not only their career, but their lives.
I think he should go back to Boston.
Look at Ben Wallace. Revived his career here.
Right, he was a throw-in.
He had no career before
Joe
here.
wanted John Amici. Orlando
Evan,
said you'll take the
Evan.
guy with the fro.
You want Root for Radio? You want Kyrie to go back to Boston?
I'll pass.
That's
We're
Root for
competing
Radio.
for a championship.
No,
It's different.
No. He's a top 25 player. Oh, and you know what? He has history with the town.
Right. He alienated the whole city.
They were just showing Kyrie versus the Pistons.
It's meant to be.
He's got history with the town.
Hold on, think about
He's
this.
great relations with the people of Boston.
No, he doesn't. He just flipped off all the fans in a playoff game. Like that
That's
doesn't even
room
make
for
sense.
radio, Mike.
No, it's not. It's
Yes,
not real.
it is.
No, it's like your kids' movies you watch. They're not real.
No, this would be real. Every
Can
day.
we focus on the topic at hand? This is the city that rebuilds people.
It's just as ridiculous as yours.
No, it's not.
It is. Kyrie to Detroit.
Why? You give up Bogdanovich, who is a nothing burger in your future plans. Jaden Ivey stinks right now. And
Mike,
you give up the dead body of Nerlens Noel.
You know what? I'm sorry that I'm not willing to give up on a rookie
fine. Then no.
because he stinks right now.
Now, you got to look at it. That's why I brought up the Kings. They were willing to move on from Halliburton
Who was
in
awesome.
order to make their team better
to
for
get
the long run.
Sabonis.
He hasn't played a full year.
I don't care.
I don't think you throw away something after.
You know who else
not
didn't
even
play a full year when they got traded? Chauncey Billups.
Ooh.
When he used to have the lightning bolt in his hair. Rick Pitino traded him as a rookie.
Should we do that as a show? Everybody get a lightning bolt?
I'm just making a point. There needs to be a jolt. There needs to be something in this town worth watching in the winter. Why not? What do you even have to lose? Maybe Kyrie.
So Kyrie comes here, and what are we watching?
Kyrie
Him
and
burning incense before the game?
yeah, Sage. Absolutely.
You don't even go to the games anyway. You don't watch them.
Well,
if Kyrie comes here, he'll be at
He
every
still
game.
won't. You know what? He's a
I'd
weirdo.
go there to boo him. You make no mistake. This is a spite trade. I just.
Wow. Look at David. He's so mad.
No, hold on. David can be angry all he wants, but he can't argue what I'm saying. You can't act like you have this great rebuild going. This rebuild sucks.
I didn't say you had a great rebuild. And once again, if Cade was actually playing, you got a valid point. He's not. He's hurt. You haven't had the team. Heck, they've been stranded in Dallas for 3 days. And nobody cared.
Kyrie and Cade is a backcourt. Come on, Cade goes off ball. Oh, baby. Come on.
Wow.
This is so
Or
frustrating.
maybe Kyrie plays off the ball
Wow.
and becomes a shooter.
Wow.
And you know what? I'm mad at myself.
High pick and rolls with Duran.
Because
just
I engaged
duck
this
into the cup for
conversation.
jams.
I'm more mad at the Pistons
The
for
new,
being as bad as somebody
DeAndre
has to
Ayton.
consider this.
Wow. How about that? Duran becomes our Ayton, blossoms with real point guard play.
Yep.
Come on.
Kyrie's Devin Booker.
We're
shooting
running
Because
three.
they're Ayton. Oh, you mean soft?
Yeah.
And can't play defense?
We're running ISOs 40 times a night. Kyrie just
Go ahead
cooking
and
people.
resign Kyrie then.
No.
Let's keep him here for like 5 years.
Look, I'm just making a point. They need to do something. The idea that they're going to pass on unprotected first for Bogdanovich, the idea that they won't get any. Like, the time to acquire a vet, honestly, is now. Doesn't have to be Kyrie. Kyrie's cancerous.
Yeah, it is. The question, like, why don't they make the trade? Because who was it last year, David?
Jeremy Grant.
Yeah, Jeremy Grant, when he had value, and you just let the value dissipate and depreciate.
Look, people can
until
be
finally it
people
was
can
gone.
be angry. People can be upset. You have to read between the lines of what I'm telling you. The franchise has dead cat bounced. So really, there are no rules. You may as well. They're a city of reclamation projects.
If he were even bringing excitement, he's just a train wreck.
I know. It's great.
Like if he were coming and he was flat, heck, Allen Iverson in the final days because you were hoping that at least he would do a
if his
crossover.
suite at the casino's still available. We could put Kyrie up there.
But that's just it, Kyrie. What is Kyrie going to give you? Nothing.
Radio. That's what he's going to give me.